herself back from opening the calice. Still, something withheld between the green and the name, a color that exists only before it exists. You stood there in the corridor of the almost, and the corridor was everything. Not empty, full of its own withholding. The way a word before it is spoken is more word than it will ever again be. Oh, the nothing that is not nothing. Oh, the hell before the giving. The moment before the moment knows it is living. Rise before the rising names itself rise. The petal in its keeping is the fullest of all. You saw it, not the flower, but the before the flower, the tight green reasoning of it, the silence the bud makes when it has decided not yet, not yet. This is where you live for one unscheduled moment in the not yet. And the not yet was enormous. The feeling arrived without its name. It's that where feeling sits before it becomes a feeling. Pure suspension. The way the ridge holds fog before the fog decides to be fog. The way the sky between two clouds is the most sky the sky will ever be. You were that between, oh, the nothing that is not nothing. Oh, the hell before the given. The moment before the moment knows it is living. Rise before the rising names itself rise. The petal in its keeping is the fullest of all. The absent flower is the only flower that is entirely flower. The name you did not say rose from where names go when they are not yet needed. And it was more beautiful than any bouquet has ever held. Now you saw now, not before it, not after now. Which has no walls, which has no floor, which opens the way a bud opens into itself first, before the world is permitted to call it by a color. You were inside that opening. You were the green before the green declared itself, and the nothingness was not a lack. It was the calyx full of its own withheld, yes. The petal before it commits to being a petal is the whole possibility of petal. You saw it now. You saw it now. I found a Tuesday nobody had used. It was sitting in the corner of November, the color of a word that had been bruised before anyone had thought to speak or remember. I picked it up, it weighed exactly as much as a decision made too late. It smelled of brass and hesitation and the mathematics of a closing gate. Something in the chest went sideways, not broken, tilted like a picture frame that hangs correct on every ordinary day. Then one morning holds a different room than when it came. Oh, the feeling is a staircase ending at a year you didn't choose. It is the echo looking for the sound that first set it loose. It is the chord hung on a hook by a hand nobody saw. It is the instrument unplayed, vibrating through the floor. The deep feeling is the seam between the color and the chord. The half second before a name decides to be told. I sat inside the grammar of a rust-colored afternoon. The ceiling held its breath for 40 minutes. A glove upon the windowsill held someone else's June, pressed flat, impatient at its outermost limits. The chair recalled each body it had carried, the way a harbor holds the shape of disappeared ships. Something in the wood it quietly married, the weight of every sitting to its lips, and spoke without a sound, in grain and darkening, a sentence made of pressure and of years. I leaned in close the way you lean toward a reckoning, and the furniture confirmed my oldest fears, that everything we rest upon is listening, that every surface we have ever touched keeps the warm impression of our visiting, and grieves when it is finally too much. Oh, the feeling is a staircase ending at a year you didn't choose. It is the echo looking for the sound that first set it loose. It is the chord hung on a hook by a hand nobody saw. It is the instrument unplayed, vibrating through the floor. The deep feeling is the seam between the color and the cold. The half second before a name decides to be told. There is a drawer in the middle of the sternum that nobody mentioned when they handed you the key. It opens into weather, into a season without terminus, into the country that exists before the category of free. I opened it at 3 o'clock on a Wednesday, between a glass of water and a thought. And inside was the color that lives between blue and the decision to be sad. Already bought, already paid for years ago by someone whose posture I inherited, certain angles of light, whose way of holding silence like a bird, and I reproduce at the particular hour of night, when the feeling has no ladder and no ceiling, when it fills the room the way a note fills a hall, and the walls remember every previous feeling and vibrate at the frequency of all. There is a sound a mirror makes when the room empties and nobody looks, like a held breath finally let go into its own reflection. I have heard it in the body, in the hour between intention and act, in the geometry of a shadow that arrives a different shape than the thing that cast it. The deep feeling is that shadow, the discrepancy between who you thought you were and who the light reveals when it comes from an unexpected angle, and you stand there in the difference, in the gap, in the gorgeous, terrifying gap. A letter written in the dark arrives in daylight, changed. The ink has moved, the syntax rearranged itself. What you sealed away has quietly estranged from what you're meant to become something else, something true, something that the dark corrected. The deep feeling does the same with everything you know. It takes the reasonable and leaves it redirected slightly sideways from the direction that you plan to go. And in that sideways, in that off degree, in the fraction past the angle of the expected, lives the whole of what it means to be a body that feels more than it has ever been instructed. I have a hand that forgot what it was reaching for, but keeps reaching past the hour, past the useful, past the rational, past the known, past every drawer, into the air of something true and ruthless. And the air receives it, holds the shape of moment, the impression of reaching in the nothing. And the nothing holds it like a tender atonement for every time the reaching found only nothing. But the reaching is the feeling, the reaching is the note, the hand extended into emptiness is the whole quotient, the whole gorgeous, unreasonable equation. Somewhere a violin is playing in a room I've never entered. It is playing the color of forgetting, and I know every note. The echo is still looking for its original sound. It has been traveling since before.
And it was the two of us, me and the light that came through without asking. A special day, not marked on anything, felt in the particular stillness of the air. No one came, no one needed to. The table held its breath, the cup was warm, the window knew to stay quiet. And something that has no furniture, no weight, no name that fits, sat down anyway in the room with me, not speaking, not asking, there the way a good presence is there, without proof, without needing proof. I didn't move. The light moved slowly across the floor like something keeping time to music only rooms can hear. And the day folded itself around the stillness, the way cloth folds around something precious and ordinary at once. Outside, the world continued its business, and here there was only this, the breath, the light, the presence without a face, and me not asking it anything, sitting inside the grace of a day that asked nothing back, sitting in the only.
Something placed inside the water before morning, a small dark thing that carried its whole life leaf curled. It sat at the bottom without warning, and slowly, slowly offered up its world. The hot water arrived like a gentle question, and the leaf uncurled the way a secret does. Not all at once in stages, each concession a petal of a truth that always was. It moved the way the moon moves without effort, the way the crescent knows to fill its arc. Each curl a phase, each phase a soft assertion that something lives and opens even in the dark. Oh, the cup is a cosmos, oh, the leaf is a moon. Something ancient is waking in the afternoon. Rise up, little plant, from your tight dark sleep. The water has come warm enough, the hour is deep enough to open what you kept all year in the close curl of your keeping. It was dried and it was folded and it was silent. It had forgotten what it felt like to be green. Then the water came and something soft and patient began returning to what it had always been. This is the alchemy inside the ordinary cup, the resurrection that needs no announcement. Just heat and water and the willingness to open up, and the quiet of a morning without pronouncement. Watch it now, the tender reaching outward, the slow unfurling of the compressed year. Everything it held pressed tight and inward, releasing into the water, becoming clear. Oh, the cup is a cosmos, oh, the leaf is a moon. Something ancient is waking in the afternoon. Rise up, little plant, from your tight dark sleep. The water has come warm enough, the hour is deep enough to open what you kept all year in the close curl of your keeping. The crescent at the bottom of the porcelain, a dark moon floating in the small brown sky. You hold the cup the way you hold a lantern, and watch the leaf complete its arc and sigh into stillness, into the fully open, the way the moon arrives at full without fanfare. Something in the cup is finally spoken, something in the water fills the air with the smell of the hill where the plant was growing, with the rain that found it in the early light, with the hands that picked it without knowing you would one day hold it in the quiet of the night. Consider what it took to reach this cup, the root in the dark soil drinking years, the slow climb upward reaching upward, the particular arrangement of sun and atmosphere. Then the picking and the drying and the rolling, the pressing of its whole life into a small dark ball. Then the waiting in the dark without controlling what the water and the warmth would finally call. And now it opens in your cup like a galaxy, like the moon remembering all its phases at once, like a sentence that was always there in the calyx, finally given its full pronouncement. The steam rises like a thought before the thinking. The leaf completes its crescent into full, and you sit there in the morning barely blinking, holding the whole cosmos by its pull. Something in the plant remembered being rain, remembered being cloud before it was a root, remembered being nothing and becoming grain of soil and light in the unnamed absolute. And now it floats inside your cup and tells you without words, the way the moon instructs the tide, that everything that closes will compel you to wait and warm and watch it open wide. The leaf is still now, fully given, fully open,
the moon of it complete. You lift the cup, and the warmth arrives before the taste, and the taste arrives before the understanding. And the understanding is this: something curled that tight for just this moment. Your hands, this morning, this particular one. The plant came all the way from the hill, through the dark and the drying, and the long pressed waiting to open in your cup, like a moon that finally found its sky. Drink slowly, drink slowly, and drink slowly. The opening took longer than you know.
Beneath the floor you walk on without knowing. A conversation has been going on for centuries. Thread by thread by thread, it keeps on growing. The oldest language spoken without batteries. The tree sends down a question through the morning. The fungus reads it in the dark and answers back. No mouth, no word, no light, no early warning. Just the pure transmission through the black. They call it magic, but it never stopped for wonder. It was always doing what the surface couldn't see. The whole forest is one mind held under, one thinking made of root and chemistry. Oh, the mycelium knows what the eye refuses. The web beneath the world is where the real news is. Rise up from the forest floor, rise up from the deep. The mushroom is just the tip of an ocean in its sleep. I built the nervous system of the earth and put it underground. And every death you walk across is quietly being unwound. Into life, into life. The fungus turns the fallen into life. A spore released into the indifferent morning, smaller than a thought before it knows its name. It carries the whole architecture of belonging and lands somewhere and quietly stakes its claim. The cap emerges from the dark like punctuation at the end of a sentence no one saw being written. A full stop in the language of transformation, a period placed by something never smitten. With hurry, never hurrying, the fungus takes the century and calls it an afternoon. It eats the dead and gives the living among us the phosphorus, the carbon, and the room. Oh, the mycelium knows what the eye refuses. The web beneath the world is where the real news is. Rise up from the forest floor, rise up from the deep. The mushroom is just the tip of an ocean in its sleep. I built the nervous system of the earth and put it underground. And every death you walk across is quietly being unwound. Into life, into life. The fungus turns the fallen into life. But there is another kind of knowing, a door inside the cap that opens inward, where the ordinary light starts glowing with a meaning it was always pointing toward. The ancient ones who walked the highland grasses found it growing where the cattle had been, and something in the ordinary passes away, and the behind the world is seen. Not hallucination, recognition, the eye apple opening past its usual size.
mission with everything it could not otherwise recognize. That the tree is thinking, that the root is speaking, that the ground you grieve on is already reweaving every thread of loss into a living scene. That death is just the fungus of a larger dream. Consider the honey fungus in the ancient forest, older than any empire, any throne. It has been underground since before the course of human noise and quietly grown. Thousands of acres of one single being, beneath the mountain, underneath the shrine. No eye has ever caught it fully seeing itself, because it is too wide for any line. This is what we are beneath the surface. This is what connects us in the deep. The wound in one tree sends its hurt and purpose through miles of white thread while the forest sleeps. And somewhere something listens, and something sends back warmth. The fungus keeps the books of what glistens after every storm. So walk more slowly on the forest floor today. You are crossing conversation you can't hear. The gills beneath the cap have things to say. The spore in the afternoon air is someone's prayer. The decomposer is the resurrection story, the one who takes the fallen and begins again. There is no loss, the fungus does not translate into glory. There is no death that doesn't feed the living chain. Blake said the word is in a grain of sand. I say the word is in a spore. The invisible is doing what the visible had planned, and then quietly doing more. Beneath your feet right now, a thread is finding another thread. Somewhere a tree just asked a question, and the dark is answering. The mushroom is just the letter delivered to the surface from a world that has been writing since before the first forest had a name. The mycelium knows, the mycelium knows. The we're beneath the grief, beneath the joy, beneath the ordinary morning is full, completely full of the most ancient conversation. Grow, it says, from the dead. Grow from the dark, grow. Jah put the resurrection underground, so we would have to bow our heads to find it. The fungus turns a fallen into life, into life, always into life.
Everything collides, everything rotates. The floor is the whole world, and two people on it are the whole argument of gravity. The plate turns, the tango says, stay low, stay. The walls hold every soul that ever stood here, naked, not ashamed, just here. The spirit does not fly tonight, let it go. Let the flying ones go. Stay on the floor, stay in the body, stay where the feet know things the mind refuses. See only this, the turn, the collision, the small space between one chest and another, where the whole world fits. And somewhere very low, a voice begins, not singing, not yet, just trembling through the skin, the way the floor trembles when something true walks across it. You feel it before you hear it. You feel it
Oh, before the breath knows. The thought left before I gave it permission, already past the gate before I stirred. It crossed 3 quiet rivers without decision. It learned the lesson without needing a word. The mind is softer than we let it be. It moves the way light crosses a morning ceiling. It finds the road before the road agrees, and arrives already kneeling. Somewhere before the first breath fills the body, somewhere before the name remembers its shape. The thought is sitting with the sky in the silence of a grace no door can lock and no wall can drape. Oh, before the breath knows, before the body starts to climb, the thought is already in the tenderness, already past the border of time. And the eye apple opens like a dawn that takes its time, held inside a seeing before seeing, in the space where dark and gentle light combine. Receive it, receive it. The lesson doesn't knock, it simply grows. It was never somewhere else. It was the light the open sky already knows. The apple of the eye grows wide in stillness before the iris even learns to see. It opens like a field waking after winter, like a self returning to itself to free. In the oldest tongue, the eye and the infinite carry the same breath, the same soft sound. The pupil is a corridor to the limitless, where the thing you lost is quietly found. You thought you stumbled into understanding. You thought the knowing came because you tried, but the knowing was already standing in the room before you even stepped inside. Oh, before the breath knows, before the body starts to climb, the thought is already in the tenderness, already past the border of time. And the eye apple opens like a dawn that takes its time, held inside a seeing before seeing, in the space where dark and gentle light combine. Receive it, receive it. The lesson doesn't knock, it simply grows. It was never somewhere else. It was the light the open sky already knows. The sky today held 7 shades of silver, each one a different word for being near. The clouds move like the pages of a letter written by a hand that carries no fear. And I looked up, how many times I looked up at the enormous tender overhead, at the mist that moves without an explanation, at the light that sits between the dark and said, nothing, nothing, only open, the way a flower opens without announcement, the way the highest air turns soft and golden, the way forgiveness needs no formal pronouncement. The thought ran through a hallway made of morning. It passed the room of 7 and kept going. It left its heaviness outside the door of almost, and entered where the small flame keeps on glowing. The sky said, here, I kept it safe for you, folded in the gray between the mornings, wrapped inside the very particular blue that settles in just after all the warning. The eye apple opened like a mercy, like a word arriving at its meaning, like the cool air on the ridge that finds you and quietly reorganizes all your feeling. The
down at the center of the fountain. So let the thought run, let it go ahead. It knows the altitude better than the worry. It has already laid the table, broken bread, before the frightened self arrives in hurry. The lesson came dressed in the color of the morning, not in thunder, not in anything severe, just a quiet shift of light without a warning. And suddenly the sky was very clear, and you receive it not with hands, with stillness, not with the thinking mind, but what lives behind, where the eye apple grows into a wholeness, and the tender sky is everything you'll find. Before the breath knows, the thought is already at the altar. The eye opens slow, the way the mist releases the mountain. Without asking, you are held in the center of a seeing, too wide to be a ceiling, too tender to be sky. Receive it. You don't have to climb, you don't have to arrive prepared. This was written in you before your name was chosen. Tender, so tender, the lesson in the light, the eye apple opening in the enormous, in the soft, in the always. My shadow arrived 3 days before I did. It sat in the chair and ate the light slowly. The window opened into someone else's Tuesday, and the birds came out of the wall like an apology. I found your name written in the grammar of water, in the sentence the river makes when no one is listening. The stones have been keeping your photograph, daughter of the hour that lives between two mirrors glistening. A door grew out of the morning without asking. I walked through it into a field made of permission. The sky was the color of a word left soaking in a language built before the need for vision. Oh, the earth has your handwriting. Oh, the dark knows how to spell your bones. The wind is just your thinking, finding its way home. Rise up, rise up. The impossible as ordinary hours. The blood runs like a clock through all these surreal towers of the self, the inexplicable self, standing in the field of everything that was never kept on any shelf. I planted a window and grew a whole Thursday. I watered it with the noise that ceilings make. My grandmother's hands were two small countries, governed by a sorrow with no name to take. The moon came in and cooked something quietly, left it on the table before the alphabet woke. I ate it and became briefly a forest. I spoke and out came smoke and a bird and a cloak of feathers that were actually years of years, that were actually doors of doors, that were actually the faces of everyone the centuries swallowed in its pores. Oh, the earth has your handwriting. Oh, the dark knows how to spell your bones. The wind is just your thinking, finding its way home. Rise up, rise up. The impossible as ordinary hours. The blood runs like a clock through all these surreal towers of the self, the inexplicable self, standing in the field of everything that was never kept on any shelf. She had eyes like two unlocked countries. Her silence weighed exactly as much as music. The table believed in her hands, the hands believed in nothing, which is why they were holy. I have a room inside my left shoulder where Tuesday keeps its furniture, a lamp that runs on the memory of almost, a chair shaped like a word I nearly said to you. The ancestors arrived wearing clouds. They sat down and became the smell of bread. They said nothing because nothing was the most accurate language left. The sea wrote a letter using only its body. I read it with my feet in the surreal cold. The fish were carrying small pieces of somebody. The coral was a library growing old. I have teeth made of the hours before waking. I have hands that remember a geography erase. The sky is a sentence, the light keeps remaking. Each dawn a new draft, each dusk a page displaced. Blake saw a grain of sand, hold all of forever. Eluard saw the beloved, hold all of the world. I see both, I see the sand and the forever, and you inside it, ancient, inexplicably curled. Like a coastline, like a question, like a root, like the fire that the burning bush refused to use up, like the note the trumpet plays before the note, like the dream the waking mind is always chasing, never close enough. My blood is a map of a country with no borders. My name is a door that opens outward into weather. The morning arrives with its surreal disorders. A cloud shaped like a century, light soft as a feather. I carry a window wherever my body goes. I press it against the wall of what I cannot enter, and the warmth I feel is not mine. Everybody knows it belongs to whoever stood here at the center of the impossible, the ordinary impossible. The coffee that steams on the table of the living, the rich where the coal is philosophically responsible for teaching the stunned heart the grammar of giving. The earth as your handwriting, in the root and in the vein, in the way the fog arrives without luggage, without name. Someone left the light on in a house I've never entered. I can see it from the ridge. I have always been centered on that light, that impossible, ordinary light. The shadow arrived before me. The door grew without asking. The birds came out of the wall and kept going, and kept going into the enormous ordinary, into the surreal beloved, into the yes, the inexplicable yes of being here, of still being here.
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah. Oh, no, no. Tell me, how many times today did the infinite lean low and ask you something? There is a fire in you that will not fray, a bush that holds its flame without consuming. Something older than your given name lives in the marrow, something that has crossed the narrow place before, that knows the desert, knows the arrow, that has always recognized the door. On the ridge where cold walks in unbidden, where a lake rests in the jaw of ancient fire, there is a light in you half hidden, lit before your mother's mother joined the choir. How many times, how times did you lift your eyes to a dust, nothing back? 7 flames run quiet through the bloodlines, a candlelight that generations tried to track. The covenant is older than your fear. The still small voices always hovered near. Look up, the presence moves in cloud. It never thunders, it just crowds into the silence, into the gray above the ridge. How many times did you stand upon that bridge? There's a place where the temperature drops like a truth you didn't schedule to receive, where misty sends and everything just stops. That hush, that 7th-day hush beyond belief. You have been wandering through narrow cities, through the tight straits of the noise and the machine, but something in your ear remembers distances. Something ancient keeps your bloodstream clean. A mark you cannot see is on your doorpost, written not in ink, but in the cellular, the deep. The scroll within your spine holds what matters most, a text your waking mind forgot to keep. How many times did you lift your eyes to a there's nothing back? 7 flames run quiet through the bloodlines, a candlelight that generations tried to track. The covenant is older than your fear. The still small voices always hovered near. Look up, the presence moves in cloud. It never thunders, it just crowds into the silence, into the gray above the reach. How many times did you stand upon that bridge? You didn't choose the fire chose the vessel. You didn't pick the wandering found defeat. Among us move the ones who hold the weight of everything, and you have been one of them without knowing. Watching water cradled in the mountains, open throat, counting clouds like letters in an alphabet that predates the languages you speak. Aleph, the breath before the first word. That is what moves in you. Each time you look up, a lake inside a mountain, inside a lake, the infinite with no beginning and no ceiling. You didn't know that this was what was at the stake when you drove through the heat, just chasing the feeling. But the blood carries what the mind unloads. The olive tree sends roots before it sends a limb. Something in you walks the oldest road. Something knows the exodus and the hymn of exile and return, a breaking and of mending, repair what's torn. One careful act one day. So you looked up at the slow clouds never ending and found what you had given away. That the gray had something close to a promise. The cold air was a covenant on skin, and the fog that wrapped the ridge reminded you you have always been both the wandering and the home within. The blood remembers, even when the name was buried, even when the border swallowed the family hope. The fire does not go out. Look up now, 7 times, many times as breath allows. The open sky is the oldest gathering place. No walls, no gates, just the presence rolling in the cloud above the ridge, above the lake of fire. The blood remembers. How many times today? How many times today? How many times? I got a road inside my chest, it winds through bone and fire, past the algorithm noise and the social media choir. I laid the stones myself, yeah, one by one by one. Watered every crack with tears before the rising sun. The tigers of my wrath were wise, the horses learned to rest. swept the dead leaves off the path and built a proper nest. No landlord owns this stretch of ground, no government, no king. Just the holy linnets flying and the joy they always bring. Oh, this road is green, this road is wide. I take care of it deep inside. Trim the edges every dawn, pull the lies out like they're weeds upon the lawn. Rise up, find your way. The road to yourself, don't decay. When you tend it, when you feed it, when you call it by its name, it flourishes the same. Seen the chartered streets outside, the marks on every face, the mind-forged manacles they sell in every marketplace. But I walk past the shopping mall, past the burning phone. Down the road nobody sold me, down the road I own. Got solar panels on my mind, recycled out my shake, composted the versions of myself that played the blaming fame game. The flowers here are native, they know exactly where they grow. Blake saw heaven in a wildflower. I just water what I know. This road is green, this road is wide. I take care of it deep inside. Trim the edges every dawn, pull the lies out like they're weeds upon the lawn. Rise up, find your way. The road to yourself, don't decay. When you tend it, when you feed it, when you call it by its name, it flourishes the same. They say the map is not the territory, but I say I am hope. I drew the map and walked it barefoot. I am the cartographer and the ghost. Every pothole that I patched was a year I stopped pretending. Every lamppost that I lit was a grief I stopped defending. The eternal now is a roundabout, I circle without fear. New Jerusalem ain't in the cloud, she's growing right down here in the decision that I made to put myself inside the frame. Not this vanity, not this pride, but this keeper of the flame. So I mulch it and I mend it and I walk it before noon. I read its cracks like prophecy, its puddles like the moon. Infinite in the finite, yeah, the road is also me. What you tend, beloved, tends you back. That's the only mystery. Oh, this road is green, this road is wide. I take care of it deep inside. Trim the edges every dawn, pull the lies out like they're weeds up on the lawn. Rise up, find your way. The road to yourself, don't decay. When you tend it, when you feed it, when you call it by its name, it flourishes the same.